Hello, everyone. Welcome to Kiki and Kibitz. It's me, Mary, and I'm here today. Let me just fix myself with my Saturday night shenanigans. 90 day, oy vey. Jasmine, she just keeps lying and lying and lying and lying. And Natalie is getting plastic surgery. Oh, yes, she is. So let's hop right into all this. Hi, everybody in my live chat. Thank you, everyone, for joining me. Um, oop, don't know why that popped up. Thank you, Natalie and Vicky and Rosanna and Deidre and Limoncello and one of my trusty moderators, Warrior Mom of Many. Um, Hi, Sherry. And hi, Menopausal Queen, my other trusty moderator. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining me on this cold ass Saturday night in New York. Hi, Rosanna. Hi, Stanley. Thank you, everyone, for joining me. So, hi, Cherokee. Jasmine keeps lying. And Uncle Marco. Uncle Marco he has entered the chat big time. Okay. He's been quiet for a long time. But as I reported in my last Oive, Uncle Marco is done with being quiet. So he commented on the 90-day post where, Jasmine announced her pregnancy and whatnot. And he said, "You are right on the money. I am a bit disappointed after walking her down the aisle and she asked me to walk her to the aisle. I really thought I was gaining a niece. Well, that went sideways after her adventure with her next victim. Why have you not gone back to Panama to see your children and now you have another one on the way? Good question. You didn't want to have a child with Gino, my nephew. Seems to me like your confusion has gotten the best of you. I had a guy feeling that you were out for the green card, and I was right. I tried to be respectful and suck up my feelings about you to no avail to my nephew Gino because he's blood. Go home, go home, see your children, and then come back and get your life together, young lady. I tried to contact you to just talk to you, but no. Sad deal, Jasmine. What the hell? You don't even want to talk to Uncle Marco? But did you do but text? What did do but text you what I thought you were? Truth, young lady, I have my faults, but also no excuse for this behavior. I should ruin the next show for everyone. You really should, Uncle Marco, but I won't. The single life, but you are still married to my nephew Gino. You see your confusion, girl? I don't know, Jasmine. I thought we were at a better place than where it stands between you and me. Very difficult time for you, Gino, and me, young lady. Not good. Entertainment Tonight needs to do an interview with you and me and get that on camera or have me on the tell all to hash this issue out. Maybe I will call Sharp Entertainment and get this set up somehow. Great idea. Unresolved issue. I had the pleasure of speaking to Uncle Marco. He is a lovely man, just like we see on TV. He values morals and family, like to the upteenth, like all the way up here. Okay, morals and family. He's very old school. Okay, he is a retired firefighter and his family means everything to him. He has tons of nieces and nephews and great nieces and nephew and great nieces and nephews, and he's there for all of them. Whenever they need somebody, Uncle Marco is there. Okay, particularly Gino and Dana. You know, Uncle Marco has always been there for him, and this whole situation with Dana, Gino's cousin Dana and Michelle supporting Jasmine totally breaks his heart. I had this lovely conversation with him. Okay, some things he told me in confidence, which I would not break his confidence, but basically, he is heartbroken. He believes Jasmine used Gino from day one for a green card. And he has doubts about the paternity of the child. So, like he said, if Jasmine was already screwing around with Matt while she was getting ready to go film Last Resort with Gino, supposedly working on their marriage, what makes you think that there wasn't someone between Gino and Matt? So he decided to comment. Okay. And this is on another 90-day page that was announcing Jasmine's pregnancy. And someone commented, "Who is her baby daddy?" And Uncle Gino, which I almost fell off my chair when I saw this comment, said, "Maybe the first guy she ran into at the gym before Matt. I don't know." And then on my post on Instagram, Uncle Gino, is just making comments that who knows? Let me share the post with you guys so you see what I'm talking about. Okay, so I did my own post about this Uncle Gino and what he said. And okay, here we go. Give me 1 second, guys. I'm trying to get down here into my comments. And of course, my computer doesn't want to work with me. It is like freezing up and acting stupid. But okay, actually, I'm going to do it this way. I apologize, guys. I'm going to read what Uncle Marco wrote on my post, which I'm like, oh, you go, Uncle Marco. You really tell us how you feel. So I did a post, as you guys see here, about what Uncle Marco said. And he hopped into my comments. Okay. And he says, "This is interesting. I wonder sometimes about Jasmine's adventures after she got here. You guys are making wonder now? Hmm. I hope she is being truthful that Matt is the dad. I hope the pregnancy goes well for her and God bless that baby." Hey, babies are a blessing. I always say this. Okay. I'm just sad that the baby is going to be born into this environment with Jasmine and Matt because allegedly it's not so good of an environment for a baby to be born into, but we're going to get into that in a second. So, Uncle Marco, planting seeds out here, which actually, and someone commented on this on the same post on Instagram to Uncle Marco. XO Gossip Girl 19XO. She says, as for her adventures, I read comments that when Jasmine was in Michigan, she was flirting with the women's husbands and they were not happy about that. Now, your comment confirms to me that this is true and that she was just fishing, or maybe this is just her flirtatious nature. Which, after reading this comment, I got a little thing that went off in my brain because you guys know that I do smoke a lot of pot and I do have a tendency to forget things. So at the beginning of last year, I was covering another show called Prison Wives, and one of the prison wives lived in Lansing, Michigan, or wherever Michigan that Jasmine and Gino lived. Okay. And I was, thinking about our conversation this morning because for some reason it popped into my head. And because she had actually DM'd me, this cast member, she's like, "Oh my goodness, you cover 90 Day. I love 90 Day. I saw Jasmine shopping in the supermarket the other day." Not Jasmine and Gino, Jasmine. So her story that she posted about Gino not driving her to the supermarket and starving her out of punishment for disobedience and blah, blah, blah. Okay, well, someone else said that they saw her in the supermarket, and the same person told me that they saw her at the gym and she was always surrounded by and talking to other men. So Yeah, maybe Uncle Marco's not too far off. So, moving on. Why does Fitness, Jazzy Vegan Fitness, whatever the fuck she has, why does that Instagram page follow only two people? Okay, cousin-in-law Michelle and a DV recovery coach. This woman's name is Kayla, and she is a domestic violence recovery coach, helping females find their identity after leaving their narcissistic ex and attract healthy, lasting love. Hey, I think the concept is great. I'm just wondering why at all of the accounts that Jasmine could, Jazzy Vegan Fitness could be following is that particular account. So I'm just curious about that. So now, could it be because of these previous DV allegations against Matt and the former PR person for Jazzy Fitness, her statement against like that whole situation? So I just find it very interesting. Thank you to Alex on IG. Alex, thank you so much for the tip. And Jazzy is just out there posting old gym pictures with her man, promoting Jazzy Vegan Fitness. Why not? I mean, it doesn't matter that she keeps lying through her teeth, but that's quite okay. And she posts this little clip of of Matt tying her shoes. I'll share that with you guys in a second. How sweet. But it's just her lies that fucking get to me. So let me share, um, courtesy of the Queen of Cheesemay on TikTok. This is Jasmine the other day live on TikTok talking about her children's visa. And 1 second, guys, let me get this. So here is Jasmine talking about um applying for a visa for her children, and let me just share it with you guys.
By your parents, by birth, uh, by applying for a citizenship after being a good citizen, resident in the country, blah, blah, blah. With that being said, if my children had been included in my petition, it would be easier. But they were.
But I have a question. Why didn't you make sure, double check, ask Gino 1,001 times to make sure that your children were put in the visa application? Because we're going to get into something in a second about Coco.
Were not included, which means that the process had to be started by scratch, zero, 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 which means like that's gonna take longer. On top of that, as I said, I'm not an American citizen, which makes things more difficult. Not impossible, but more difficult. But not impossible, But that requires a lot of money, a lot of paperwork. It's expensive. I'm not gonna lie, and all that is well taken care of. The lawyer, the process to start it, and everything. Now, if my children's visa gets rejected, it's not the end of the world.
Now, this is where she's lying through her teeth.
I will move back to Panama permanently, and I won't live in America anymore. I might come to visit, but I am not going to live in America. And
so, yeah. And hang on, guys. And this is Matt being such a nice guy and tying her shoes. Isn't he sweet, everybody? Aw, he is so sweet, tying Jasmine's shoes for her. But guys, like I was just saying, okay, if she really wanted her children to come here, first of all, it would have been impossible because one, say the older child is not biologically hers. Secondly, the younger child is allegedly, word on the street, not being taken care of by her or her mom, and has been basically handed over to a family that could take care of special needs children, which I assume when the child went to live with the family, um, certain rights were also signed over, because otherwise, this family who is now caring for Jasmine's younger child would not have rights to make any medical decisions, make any decisions about school. I mean, basically, have no rights over the child. So I assume whoever had rights for this child, whether it be Jasmine or her mom, whatever the chain of custody went, that this person turned over rights to the child to the family that is now caring for him, because otherwise they can't make any decisions on the behalf of the child. And Jasmine is in the States. So if in theory, okay, what she was saying on her TikTok live is correct, that if she would have had her children's paperwork included in her visa, things would have been a lot easier. But Jasmine, you made sure to have Coco's paperwork all signed up. Okay. Now, I'm not saying that Coco has an actual K1 visa. We all know dogs don't need visas to come to the States, but they do need paperwork. They do need shots. Forms need to be filled out. I mean, and I'm sure Jasmine made sure to provide all of that documentation, and to make sure that documentation was provided, because obviously Coco's here. And I just want to say, guys, even though Jasmine has me blocked on Instagram and TikTok, by the way, I find it highly amusing that she is obviously seeing my post. Oh, yes, she is. And you know something, guys? She could call me fake news all she wants. We all know who's the big fat liar. So, like I said, there are regulations, rules, forms to be filed before bringing a pet to the US. Okay. And, I did a little Google search and found them. And, Jasmine made sure that Coco passed all these requirements to come with her to the US. So why didn't she make sure that her children were on the visa paperwork? Asking for myself, asking for all my friends, just asking. But like I said, okay, yes, I know dogs don't need an actual K1 visa. I mean, get a fucking sense of humor. Jeez. I mean, I took some time to do this. Found a cute picture of Coco and everything. So, while I'm not saying that Coco has an actual visa, Jasmine, Jazzy girl, in case you're watching me, I'm just saying that you made the effort to make sure that Coco passed all the requirements before he came to the States with you. Just saying. So, apparently, Coco is in an open relationship with Julia's dogs. She thinks this is funny. She really thinks, making a mockery of marriage is funny AF. Okay, fine. She's not happy with Gino. Gino wasn't giving her any dick. Gino wasn't giving her love and affection. Marriages don't work out. You know, I mean, not everybody marries once and stays married forever. I'm very grateful, knock on wood, that after 20 something years that I'm still married. But you never know what can happen tomorrow. Marriages don't work out. It's okay. There's something called divorce. But no, a word on the street. Jasmine doesn't want to give Gino a divorce. Many reasons. Besides, putting her citizenship at risk. Gino has quite a nest egg, and I'm sure that she has an eye on it. So we all know how she felt about a prenup. Just saying. So Coco is in this open marriage with Julia's dogs. Ha ha ha, so funny. Um, Jasmine's baby registry. Listen, I don't get this, you guys. She was in the hospital apparently for a night, and it was a very overwhelming and scary day yesterday. But among all the bad news, I'm so happy I'm going to be able to breastfeed my baby. So I guess that answers our questions or whether or not Jasmine will be able to get milk out of those things. So her baby registry over like, I don't know, I think it was $3,000 in items. I don't know. I didn't sit there and add everything up, but it is quite a long list. Okay. Jazzy, lovely in pink here. It's quite a long list, and everything is in neutral colors, but guaranteed she's having a girl. Word on the street. And there's this cute little onesie here that she registered for. It says, I'm proof mommy loves a Romanian guy. So once again, I did a little meme work. I mean, I'm not as good as Mary Pants when it comes to the memes, but I did my own little thing. And it says, I'm proof mommy loves a Romanian guy while still married to somebody else. But that's okay. That's okay. It's no big deal. Who cares about wedding vows? I mean, you can't just file for divorce. You don't want to fuck up your whole narrative and what you have going on, but it's okay. Blessings for the baby. That's all I have to say. Blessings for this baby. So, Gino, on the other hand, he got his hands full. Okay, he's out there living his best life without Jasmine. Okay, it's like screw that. He got the waitresses taking pictures with him. You go, Gino. Now, you guys remember Sam from Sam and Citra? Well, Sam has Gino's back. Okay, so check out Sam's message.
Last thing for the night, Gino, we all feel for you so much. I feel like you got screwed over and so much had to be pushed under the rug and you just had to deal with it. I got your back. What's that? What's the hat he wears? Oh, Fedora Life, baby. She's really getting obsessed.
So there you go. Okay, Sam is Team Gino. Sam knows that Gino got screwed. Okay, and he's speaking out, Team Gino all the way. Um, Now I have been getting some comments that I'm kind of judgy when it comes to Jasmine and Sophie, and that I should be more, woman empowering and blah 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 blah. Okay, don't get me wrong. I am so woman empowering. Okay. I don't care if you spread it on OnlyFans, if you spread it on Unfiltered, if you're rapping the pole like Gino's ex Lindsay, you go, girl. That's all I have to say is you go, girl. But in this case of Sophie, who has proven herself to be a liar, and Jasmine, who has proven herself to be a liar, just embrace it. Okay? Like, please. So if you guys think I am overly judgy and mean about Sophie and Jasmine, then maybe this isn't the right channel for you and you need to unsubscribe. Okay? Because when it comes to the two of them, then maybe I am a little judgy and mean, but that's just me. But As for Gino's ex, Lindsay, you go, girl. Shake that ass on that pole. You go make that money. That's all I have to say. So, moving on, we have Amani, one third of the throuple couple, versus Sophie. And I covered this on my last Oy vey. Okay, it was all, starting off, but now it blew up into this big, huge thing because, of course, Amani has to get attention because it's her only, her first week, and people are kind of tearing apart her thruple storyline already. So Sophie debuted her waist trainer, and Amani basically went on the attack and said, I swear I tried to keep my mouth shut. Here, let me blow this up for you guys. I swear I try to keep my mouth shut, but I can't. Why can't you be transparent to your followers that you got a BBL, which includes Lipo 360? During recovery, you're advised to wear corset for best results. And yes, the gym and diet are to maintain results. No fucking corset on its own will give people her results. Just be honest. It may not make you the most money, but it will create loyalty and respect in your fan base. And of course, Sophie strikes back. And Sophie says, LOL, looks like one of the new women from the new 90-day season trying to use my name for clout. Baby, find your own motion, and you don't need to bring another woman down for some followers. It's okay. You'll get your time too. Seems like a theme at this point with women on this show talking shit about my body. Women who are secure, don't worry about other women's bodies. Good luck with your new season, although it doesn't seem to be going too well so far if you're already resorting to using other casts for clout. And seeing as you follow me and will see this, I hope you heal. Now, those sound like fighting words to me. Wow. Cat fight going on. Okay, so Armani, she strikes back. And she posed, your name for clout, Sophie. Oh no, sorry, that's the wrong slide. Your name for clout, Sophie. I'm from Austin, and you have a terrible reputation, especially amongst females. I know all your tea. Don't let me drag your name and tell people the stories. You know exactly what I mean. Come on, Armani, spill it. Spill it all. The people are not stupid. I'm glad you got your glow up. You needed it. Whoa. But the days of doing surgery and selling waist trainers are left back in 2014. Be authentic and real. Being ethical is something you can't put your price tag on. That's probably something you don't comprehend. So someone asked her, so many cloud pages about how you speak up. You speak facts, no mean girl vibe, just facts. So she says, I hear this expression often, chasing clout. Bear with me. English is my third language, and I speak a total of 4 languages. I personally chase bias for action. It's always easier to stay silent and ignore what's wrong because it's more comfortable. The truth can be even hard to hear, but it's even harder to speak up boldly. I could just mind my business, but when I do speak, I'm saying things that are already on people's minds. They just don't always have the platform or voice to say it. In my opinion, that's what social media should be about, giving people a voice. And yes, I do agree with that. I do agree. That's what social media is all about. But Armani was firing the shots. So she posted this DM apparently between Sophie and a fan where Sophie says, I can see why you're mad at me. Jealousy is not cute, babe. I look this good and even better in person. The show was filmed years ago and I look even better now and even have a lot of content with no makeup and filter and still am beautiful. I'm sure you're mad because I'm young, beautiful, and rich, and you're a nobody commenting on my page. But it's okay. You're probably just mad because your husband wants me. I'm actually hilarious AF. That's the whole point of the joke is that I'm repeating it. Everyone else finds it funny because they have a sense of humor. Lighten up, girl. I hope you heal and stop being miserable and jealous of me. Now, those sound like fighting words. So now Armani goes on to say, bottom line, this is bigger than Sophie or her body. It's time to put an end to fake influencing and ripping off the fans who are paying your bills. I'm tired of seeing this bullshit everywhere, and I'm using my voice and my platform to stand unapologetically for what I believe in. All right, guys, so what do you think? Is she doing this just for attention because her storyline sucks? Or does she really believe in this stance that this fake influencing needs to stop and that the cast members need to be transparent about shit? Um, yeah, so she clarified here that those were messages between Sophie and a fan because someone thought Sophie was sliding into her DMs. Personally, I think she's an attention whore, Amani. Not saying Sophie's not, but Amani is an attention whore. She wants to be seen. It's week one. People are tearing apart her fake ass throuple storyline. We all know it's fucking fake, okay? So she just has to make herself be seen and heard as early as possible, I guess. So someone asked her, "What is your favorite memory created from shooting? The growth I accomplished as an individual and as a partner." Someone asked her, "Have you watched Seeking Sister Wife on TLC?" And she said, "No, it doesn't interest me because the ladies don't do it together. Y'all stop telling us we would have went on that show because we ain't sister wives. Trust me." So someone asked her, which this is a really good question, "How do your relatives feel about your relationship?" And she says, "I have a very small family, only three left. I lost most to cancer. My family was very strict on me when I was living under their roof. The Tunisia I described was my reality and may not be everyone's experience, and not sure how it is today. But to answer your question, they see me as a grown ass woman who should assume responsibilities of her own actions. We have come a long way, but it's hard to completely change what your brain is wired to believe since you were born." So someone else goes on to ask her, "Have you dated other women before?" And she said, 27 plus women, I lost count. Someone else said, "How is it being on reality TV? Not for the weak. Gotta have thick skin. It's also exhausting mentally, physically, and emotionally to shoot. My story specifically is so controversial, so I prepared myself mentally for the hate." And her favorite cast members of all time are Kenny and Armando. Sophie, her non favorite cast member, is not letting Armani and her shade towards her waist trainers prevent her from selling her waist trainers at a pop-up location at some yoga studio. I have no idea. So anyway, congrats to Benny again. First, it was the Kendrick Lamar Super Bowl halftime show. Now it's a Will Smith concert. I really wish I could share the clip with you guys, but I'll get a copyright for the music. So if you follow Benny on IG or if you follow me on IG, you could see the clip. And basically, if you blink, you miss him. But hey, he was there. He did a flip, and then he was gone. So it's another great gig. We're talking Will Smith and DJ Khaled. I mean, great gig for a performer. And I'm going to say this, and I know this is a controversial statement, but congratulations to Ari as well for being his manager and securing these gigs for him. Because, like she said, okay, he's the talent and the brawn, and she's the brains. So Benny brings the talent. She's the brains behind the operation. They're a team. And every time Benny gets a performance, it's a victory for them both. That's the way I see it. Now, moving on, Julia and Brandon. It's been 5 years since Julia arrived in the US. Wow, time goes by quick. Natalie is getting plastic surgery. I'm just gonna share this with you guys. I mean, this is her new adventure. Okay, so check this out. She is getting plastic surgery, everyone.
Hello everyone, my name is Natalie Mordovtseva. The reason why I decided to start my journey this plastic surgeon was that I lost 25 pounds and I decided to come to Dr. Jacobson clinic to get the back and fit and look more confident as a girl to remove extra skin.
In Natalie's case, we're going to do tummy tuck and liposuction. The tummy tuck will allow me to remove some extra skin, and the liposuction will help me sculpt her body. And lastly, I'm going
At least Natalie is honest about getting work done.
to take that fat and transfer it to her hip dips, which will help me give her a more hourglass shape.
Bye. Hello everyone.
So there you go. Natalie is going to get a tummy tuck and gosh knows what else. But go along with that new nose. Hey, why not? So moving on, Josh on the move, living his life. No Natalie in sight. Surprise, surprise. Some current 90-day cast besides Amani, who's trying to get all the attention. We have Jessica and Juan with a throwback picture from when they first met, and Mark and Mina's adorable little daughter Maria. Okay. Cooking with David and Annie. Annie is, I want to say, 6 months pregnant, maybe going on 7. And they're in Thailand, and they are doing cooking lessons with David and Annie. You guys let me know in the comments whether you would do cooking lessons with David and Annie. I'm actually thinking about signing up for this just for the fun of it, because I think it would be fun AF. Okay, they're fucking hysterical. I personally like them a lot. David is sweet. Okay, he is a very, very sweet man. I've had the pleasure of talking to him several times about different subjects. Annie, I haven't had much interaction with, but she's a sweetie from what I remember. I talked to David more. I would love to take a cooking lesson. And if I decide to sign up for this, I will let you guys know. I would actually do a review on it. Okay. Actually, I think I'm just going to sign up for it when I'm done with this live so I can do a review about it. So let me know in the comments, would you do a cooking lesson with David and Annie? So, Josh Seiter. Do you guys remember this guy? He was dating, he was a serial 90-day dater. He dated Karini. He dated Yolanda. You guys help me here because I can't remember who else. I know at one point he was sliding into Cynthia's DMs. He was sliding into Eve's DMs. I mean, he was just trying to slide into every 90-day female cast member DMs at one time. He dated Karini for like 2 weeks. He dated Yolanda for like 2 days. Um, then he tried to cross over to Love After Lockup and spread a rumor that he was dating a castmate named Lizzie, but he wasn't dating her. Then he started dating another castmate named Glorietta, and they lasted for like a week. So, rest in peace, Josh. And the reason why I say question mark, let me read this first. He's a former contestant on The Bachelorette from like many, many moons ago. That's where he started from, The Bachelorette. So this message was put on his social media the other day. On the morning of February 18th, Josh was found unresponsive in the pool of his hotel suite in Monterrey, Mexico. Paramedics arrived to discover Josh in and cardiac arrest. We are unsure of the cause of this event at this time and will continue to update the public once we receive new information. Now, unfortunately, this is not the first time this has happened, okay? Back in 2023, his family, okay, as you see this old, the current message, this current message is from the teen. Okay. Back in August of 2023, the family posted to his social media that Josh was no longer with us. Okay. For self inflicted reasons. Let me not get myself into trouble on YouTube. Then suddenly he wasn't. He's alive. TMZ is reporting he's alive. Then this past summer, Josh was transitioning. Okay. Then, he would go out in public to Walmart and places like that, wearing earrings, full makeup, having his nails painted, wearing like a summer dress with his chest hair sticking out, unshaven underarms, unshaven legs, walking around in Walmart and calling himself a she. So we're like, okay, he's transitioning into a woman. Then when the fall came around, seasons changed, the narrative changed. That was a social experiment. I wasn't serious, guys. I wasn't transitioning. That was a social experiment. So this happened the other day. Today is Saturday, the 22nd. This happened on the 18th. There hasn't been any new information. But a couple of hours ago, I don't know if Josh has ghosted this, the team, I mean, Josh himself, who knows? If you go to his story on Instagram, it's just like a black blank page. No music, no text, no picture, no nothing. I don't know if he's reaching out from the grave. Like, I don't know what the fuck is going on. But Josh's history? Okay. Yes, Linda, I agree. Tell me you didn't get enough attention as a kid without telling me. Yep. Yep, menopausal queen. He has serious mental issues. And you know who else has serious mental issues? Perfect segue for this one. Paul. Well, what the fuck is he doing hanging out with teenagers? These girls look younger than my son. Now I know he's not all right in the head, but this is giving like A minor vibes. Just saying. So moving on. Before I let you guys go, just a couple of miscellaneous updates. It's going to be Michael's birthday soon. And of course, there's fake accounts out there trying to pretend that they're Michael. But this is, a pretty nice birthday present. Okay. He got some Meta Ray-Bans. My husband was checking those out for Christmas and they cost a pretty penny. So that's a pretty nice birthday present, Michael. And then we have Adnan with his kingdom. He's another one with a fucking ego. Then we have Armando who makes these cute signs. I really like the hummingbird one. And Clayton is doing a stand up comedy thing. Clayton and I have been trying to schedule an interview. He works a day job during the week. The weekends, he's always doing stuff. As you see here, he's doing his stand up comedy. But me and him talk a lot in the DMs, and we're going to sit down and give you guys an update. We just need to eventually get our schedules together. So, obviously, short girls like me are stubborn. We even refuse to fucking grow. Thank you so much, everybody, for watching me. Oh, I forgot to mention this, and I hope, um, Uncle Marco, if you happen to be watching me, you're still watching me to this point, Uncle Marco, deepest sympathies on the passing of your nephew. One of his nephews passed away. He was on a ventilator in Florida, and like the conversation we were having, unfortunately, he found out through social media on Facebook that his nephew passed away. No one called him. And we were talking about how family morals have been diluted throughout the years. Now, I know I'm going to sound like an old fart, how, family bonds are not the same anymore. This younger generation, really don't know how things used to be. So, Uncle Marco, if you happen to be listening to me, my deepest, deepest condolences of the passing of your nephew. That's for you, Uncle Marco. And Thank you, everybody, for watching me. Please subscribe if you don't already. And one more thing, please like, comment, and share my video with everyone you know. And one more thing, please consider joining my membership. There's a join button somewhere up there on my banner, and there should be one down here where you like and share and stuff. Um, that's it. Thank you so much to everybody in the live chat. Thank you to my moderators, Warrior Mom of Many and Menopausal Queen. Love you, gals. Thank you, everyone. And one more thing, because I agree with this. Having morals is not an age thing. No, it's not. It is not an age thing. But unfortunately, it seems like this younger generation, some of them just have a warped sense of morals. But that's it. Good night, everybody. See you next time. Bye.